TikTok Shop is becoming a major opportunity for e-commerce sellers to discover profitable products and expand their reach beyond traditional platforms. In this video, you will learn how to use Helium 10's TikTok product finder to conduct competitor research, validate product ideas, and identify trending opportunities on TikTok Shop. If you want to try Helium 10 yourself, you'll find the link below in the description, as well as a 10% discount code which you can use to reduce your monthly costs.
Hello Shivali, welcome back to Orange Klik YouTube channel to demonstrate how e-commerce sellers could leverage Helium 10's TikTok product finder, which is basically a tool that helps to do competitor research, market analysis, and product validation on TikTok Shop. Before we go into the topic, could you first introduce yourself and also introduce what is Helium 10 and how do you usually work with e-commerce sellers?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Shivali Patel. I'm a senior brand evangelist at Helium 10. And if you have no idea what Helium 10 is, we are a software suite of tools for the average e-commerce seller. Meaning, let's say you think, I want to start selling online, but I don't really know what I want to sell. How do you find a product that's actually going to be profitable and put some money back into your pocket? We help you with product research to figure out what are people actually looking for, what's going to work, what's going to make you money, and whether it's worth going into. As well as if maybe you already have a product you are going to run with or you already have the inventory for it, how can you do your keyword research so you can create a really great listing that supports your really great product and helps you be indexable and rankable on the platform you're looking at, usually Amazon, or even going into Walmart's marketplace as well. Now, as Lisette mentioned, we do have tools for TikTok Shop. We also do marketing, analytics. I mean, really anything that you're probably thinking of. Say, what are my competitors doing? Did they change their price point? How do I know that they're changing their price point without having to look at it? All of your questions, we have a tool for that. Isn't there a phrase that says, we got an app for that. We've got a tool for that. Okay, so that is what Helium 10 is. And it really encompasses any sort of e-commerce seller, as I said, TikTok Shop, Walmart, and Amazon.
Cool. And I think recently you have put a lot of emphasis on the TikTok Shop. So there are already different features available, but I feel like you're constantly developing. And today we're talking about TikTok product finder. So Shivali, why this feature or tool is important?
So of course, naturally, on any platform that you choose to embark upon selling for, you want to have really great data to back it up, because at the end of the day, you're going to put a lot of your own hard-earned money into it as investment. And so the last thing you want to do is take $20,000 of your dollars or $5,000 of your dollars, whatever you have going on, and throw it into a product that flops. And so what the TikTok Shop product finder does is it helps you find product ideas. This can be This is what other people are doing that is going to already have the data there for you to say, okay, I'm actually not going to go in and reinvent wheel. Instead, I'm going to just utilize what works and make it better. So this is, of course, naturally for that platform, but it does kind of translate over into Amazon, as we've talked to a lot of sellers who have seen a halo effect on Amazon. So if you are, let's say, an Amazon seller, maybe you're thinking about expanding out your brand or your product line, then something you can do is use the TikTok product finder, because you know the long-term roadmap of your brand is probably going to use influencers. And so why not start with what the influencers are already promoting, where they're promoting it, and then go from there.
Very cool. It's definitely a nice new resource to use as a seller to kind of develop and validate some product ideas, which we didn't have many years ago. But obviously there's a bit of a learning curve, like what should I even look at and analyze? So can you tell us a little bit more how to use that product finder tool?
I can show you better than I can tell you. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. And hopefully you can, if you are a Helium 10 user, what you can do is just open up your own Helium 10 dashboard and just follow along. So we have revamped our view for the dash. If you've watched any of our other videos on the Orange Klik channel, then you know that this did not used to look like that. But you'll notice that at the very top right-hand corner, when you have your drop down, you'll see the Classic and Solutions view. So whichever view you're looking at, if it looks a little bit different, I'm just inside of Classic view. There you can find the product finder underneath product and keyword research, because as I said, it helps you find new product ideas that you might want to run with. We also have hot videos, a handful of other things for TikTok, but guys, I'm just going to cover Product Finder right now. For any of the other videos, go check out the Orange Klik channel. You'll want to make sure that you don't miss out on any of our other tools. All the icons are presented so you know what it works for. All of these work for Amazon. Now, once you've selected Product Finder, you're going to see a view that looks like this. Up top, you have Simple and Advanced as well. So if you are a brand new person who's new to this industry, to this niche, and figuring it all out, you might want to be inside of the Simple toggle. Here you can find hot new launches with one click. So you just, well, 2 clicks, right? Because you're going to select this and then click apply, and it'll show you all the products. Now, this right here is saying viewing 1 out of 10 of 500 products does not mean that there's only 500 products that we have in our database. This is simply just our default setting. But you can go in and say, hey, I want to find all the ones that are new arrivals with a high GMV and strong growth momentum. Okay, they're doing really great volume and they're growing really fast. So if I click to apply, you'll notice that all the products change. Now, what's really happening is the Simple setup is for the 2-click, but really what's going in is the advanced filters is going to give you the more in-depth kind of like visibility of what you want. So let's say I wanted a certain price range. I know that I want to sell products that are a little bit on the cheaper side of TikTok, so it's a little bit more of an impulse buy for people. I know that I'm in a certain category. Maybe I'm already an established seller. I know I'm selling in the beauty and personal care category or the home improvement, whatever you're open to if you have multiple brands. And then here is what we were looking at before, right? For the Simple, it said high GMV and strong growth momentum. So this would be one of the filters that we've auto-filled out for you, but you can go in and do a more advanced setup if you would like. So hopefully you're still following along with me. It's both 2 different sides of the same exact coin. One just gives you a lot more parameters to dive into and do it yourself. The other options inside of Simple are undiscovered opportunities. So products that have potential, but they're still not entirely tapped, meaning what? Maybe there's not that many sellers for that particular product out there yet, or the influencers aren't super high in numbers just yet. So you can really figure out, okay, well, if I go on, this will still have the novelty touch if I go in and I'm selling that same product. You have your influencer-driven winners. So naturally, this I feel is pretty self-explainable, right? Self-explanatory. Best-selling products amplified by powerful influencer collaborations. You're going to see a lot of videos here, a lot of videos being pumped out really fast in the last 14 days. Maybe you have 120 videos that have populated onto the platform. You have organic top performers, high-performing products succeeding with limited affiliate influence. So you're seeing a lot of GMV, but maybe not as many influencers or not as many videos that are showing up. So none of the information that's inside of the Simples is different from the Advanced. The Advanced just gives you the magic baton to figure out what's going to show up in your products list. Okay. What are the filters here? All of our filters come with this little eye icon. So if you're brand new, just take it one step at a time. I know this can be overwhelming, but you can go in, select which product category that you want to see is generating the revenue. You have your price range, as I mentioned. If you have a particular brand that you're following, you know that, I'm selling fitness gear, and I know that these competitors of mine are also on TikTok. Well, I can go in, type in their brand, and then take a look at their data instead. You have your product ratings. You have estimated listed date, your time. So in the last 7 days, last 14 days, how many items have been sold? How many, what's the trending? Is it going up? Is it staying the same across time? What's the affiliate sales share? So you can set up how much commission you're going to be giving out. Is that going to be 5%, 10%, 15%? In another video with LISETT, we've talked about the profitability calculator for TikTok. So if you haven't seen that, go watch that first. And then if it makes sense for you, as an Amazon seller or as a newbie seller, you can kind of expand out to TikTok. And that's where we talked about the affiliate sales share as well, trying to figure out how much makes sense for you to keep your ROI as is or to even increase it. And so here, this is something you can toggle by as well if you're going in trying to find new products to launch, or if you are simply, just taking a look at what else is out there for the time being. You have how many influencers for that particular product, active videos, you've got new influencers and new videos. So hopefully that all makes sense to you. Again, if it doesn't, if I skim through it way too fast, just just hover over the little eye and I'll show you what that means. All of these columns here equate to the filters at the very top. So you'll see here, what is this? A heat blower boot dryer with timer. Okay, so if I click this, it's going to actually expand it out for me, show me how many items have been sold. This is going to be the list date. So actually, this was just listed beginning of this month. It is now the 17th. So really hasn't been that long. You have your 8,500 for GMV. 0 influencers are being used. So they're actually doing pretty decent solely based off whatever they're probably posting to their own brand's page. You have last 7 days. So December 14th, they did great. They got here just in time for Christmas. So if you're looking at the last 14 days, you won't see as much data. But if this was anything else, you would be able to see a lot more. Again, no collaborating influencers. But let's see if we can go back actually and find one that has some influencers. So as you can see, 2 influencers. This one's got 21. Let's see what this is. This is the Nelco Pocket Instant Smartphone Inkjet Photo Printer. Okay, I was actually looking at one of these not too long ago. So they've got 22 new videos in the last 7 days. In the last 14 days, they've got 51 new influencers, 53 new videos. That's pretty good numbers. I've sent out a lot of... This isn't always the case. If you have 51 influencers, it doesn't mean you'll get 51 videos. So just make sure that you are going through, checking out which influencers you're inviting. You can also do that in some of our other tools. You can find influencers that fit your category and your parameters. But like going down here, you have all of the influencers that this product has. These influencers have promoted this product. Okay. And you can even check out their videos. How cool is that? Okay, well, maybe not the most appropriate video for Orange Klik's channel, but regardless, as you can see, you can get some ideas from this as well of what a viral hook, maybe not that one, might look like for your products. And then you can go in and actually invite them as well right here. So this is a very brief overview, you guys. I genuinely think it's better to try things hands-on, and that's how you learn. So if you are looking for a brand new product, if you are trying to launch something different, if you just want to get some ideas for your TikTok videos for your brand, then I think this is a great place to go and start.
Perfect. And so far, what have you seen? Are sellers mostly using it for existing products or more towards when they're kind of going through the brainstorm process of what to launch next or how to maybe adjust the initial product idea they have?
So far, it's to launch products on TikTok, or if they're trying to come up with a product to launch on Amazon, they'll start with TikTok just because they know that eventually you can sync both of those platforms and pull from Amazon MCF. So just kind of seeing them used in conjunction, and then also to see which other influencers your competitors might be using. So you can go after maybe the same influencers or copy the hook. But we've got a different tool for that, which is Hot Videos. Yeah, that's just the basis of Product Finder.
So when it comes to TikTok Shop, then Helium 10 has different tools and features available. And if you would summarize, what's kind of the current workflow Helium 10 is supporting e-commerce sellers with?
Yeah, actually, before I even kind of talk through it, I think it makes more sense for me to share my screen again and just show you that there's this tab that says Sell on TikTok. And this is going to give you the exact workflow, which is your question. So if you want to discover new opportunities, we say to start with the Product Finder, where you can search over 800,000 TikTok listings to find bestsellers and opportunities. From there, you can also go in and check out some of the hot videos, figure out what people are saying or using or what's really driving traffic, and find influencers as well as profitability calculator to make sure that, if you already have a product up and listed on Amazon, then you can actually convert all those listings over, because naturally the profitability is going to look different, because for Amazon, you're going to send all that product into the warehouses across the country or, into different countries if you're selling multi-channel and globally. So here, first, profitability calculator, go into listing converter and actually sync. If you are profitable, open your TikTok Seller Center, convert those listings over from Amazon, and then you can also sync those. So we have inventory mapping. Basically, you can take a drop down, say this listing, I actually want to pull from this listing on Amazon. So that way, anytime somebody places an order, it automatically goes through from Amazon instead. So a lot of really hands-off stuff, as well as TikTok profits and TikTok ads, meaning that you can see everything in one dash, what your business is really doing or what it looks like across both of those platforms.
Okay, it sounds really good. And we're going to have the link to Helium 10 and their solution and features in the video description below. So I highly encourage you to go and check it out. We also should have an offer for you. And of course, if you have any questions for Shivali about this topic, then leave them as comments below the video as well, because then we can invite you back to answer those questions. So thanks again for introducing us the tool today, and I hope to see you soon again.
I hope this video will help you to discover profitable products and expand your reach using Helium 10's TikTok product finder. And if you are interested in what Helium 10 does, they have a lot of great tools inside their suite. Check the link below in the video description, and don't forget to use our coupon code to get 10% off your monthly subscription. Also, if you enjoy the content we create, don't forget to hit like and subscribe buttons below this video. And if you have additional questions about the content you just heard, TikTok or Helium 10, leave them in the comment section below. And now I recommend you to watch the whole playlist of Helium 10 videos we have created in the last years, which is a great tool for beginner and advanced Amazon sellers. So check this out.